let's move on now to Canelo. Now, the reason why I wanted to show you Kovalev first is we saw two 6-footers in there, right? Well, now let me show you.
Yep.
Let me show you how Canelo. But maybe you guys are gonna see the difference here right away. It's gonna be very apparent. You see how small he looks now compared to those guys?
Jesus Christ.
This is not. It's not an illusion, guys. This is Jacobs is listed as 5'10 and a half, I think, by BoxRec, 5'11. He actually looks sometimes more like he's taller in certain fights, but against Canelo, he certainly looks way taller. Look at Canelo. He's gotta be 5'8, 5'7 and a half, maybe even.
Yeah, something like that.
Is it possible that Danny Jacobs? Is it possible that Danny Jacobs is a little bit taller than Kovalev?
Yeah, I think he's 6
I
foot.
think
No, not taller than Kovalev, but he's taller than what they claim he is. He supposedly he's 5'11. He might be 6'1.
From what I've heard, I think he's like 6'1".
Yeah.
6'1", and Kovalev they say 6 feet.
Let me show you Canelo how he can feint. All right, let's start with the feints. So this is what you got to do against anybody, tall, short, whatever. You start sending out feints, and look at Jacobs' reaction. He really drops his right hand, leaving an opening there. And Canelo, smart as heck, he saw that. He's already assimilating that information right away. First round.
Bad footwork from
Jacobs.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Definitely. Well, look, if you go back to the way when he feinted him, look where his lead foot.
Oh.
Right
Okay,
there.
we're back. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Look at the
Yeah, so
footwork you're saying.
he's in position to get the for Canelo to cut off distance. Right, so look, he starts off there. Right here, he's gonna feint with him. Boom. He has to move back.
Right.
Instead of jabbing back at him, he has to move back because where his foot is at.
That's
See,
true.
his
right?
lead foot is behind his back foot.
He's like squared up a bit.
I think
Yeah,
at this
squared up a
time,
bit. Boom.
This is the
feint.
first round, right? Though. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
first round. So
I
I mean,
think
look, he's getting warmed up. So I'm not gonna say bad footwork, but the positioning not good, right?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Even
I'm
if
saying.
it's the first round, you shouldn't be doing that shit, man. Come on, man.
It could be a feel out thing,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
All right, so you see here, guys, same feint from Canelo. He drops the hand as if he's about to throw a lead left hook, and look at Jacob's hands, both hands.
Oh,
Yeah,
he ain't like look at see that's the difference, man.
Yeah.
We were looking at Alvarez and all these other
And
fighters.
even still, Bucho, look at the foot. Look at the foot positioning. Look where he's at. Look where his lead foot is at, and where his back foot is at.
Hmm.
That's not good. That's how you fall for everything. That's how you fall for all these feints. You got to be squared up with him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's true. Huh?
Now, okay, that's all right. That's a little better. Nah, not really. It's the first
I
round.
think-
so-
I want to say he's thinking that he's going to hit him in the body, but that's like ridiculous. I mean, the aim was not to the body at all. You can see him trying to go for the face.
You see, he's fighting defensive, Jacobs. So he's falling for the feints. He's ready on the back foot. Okay, right there is fine. In terms of his footwork, nowhere near Kovalev's.
Yeah,
But see,
for
that's
sure.
that's the thing, though. It's the footwork is. I think it's safe to say at this point, you guys are already pointing out a lot of flaws in Jacobs' footwork, whereas Kovalev is it's not as flashy, but pretty secure, right?
Right. In terms of that, yes, it's pretty
Instead
secure.
In this case, instead of leaning back like this, Kovalev would step back.
Right. Kind of
Yeah,
glide
but you know,
back
yeah, Kovalev doesn't do that. Like,
and ready to jab, ready to shoot off the jab at the same
But then
time.
again, this is Danny's style too. Danny likes to bob and weave stationary.
yeah, but that wasn't but there he was leaning back, and where does he go after that? He's already leaning back. He's stuck.
And then sticking with the feints, this is the one where he starts uncorking the left hook. Now he's not gonna get him in this next couple of clips that I'm gonna show you, but he's already setting him up with feints. He's making him look for the left hook, and then that's when I'm just gonna show you a couple of more clips where he leads with the left hook. See there, he jabs, and that. See, nice long. Look at this jab though. See the distance. You guys think he can do something like this against Kovalev?
In spots, I don't think it'll be something he could do off fight, but in spots he probably will.
If he
When
does,
Kovalev
he'll get countered. If he does that like that, he'll get countered.
Like
He'll throw the jab right after he throws his. He'll get him. Canelo's jab isn't that good compared to Kovalev's.
Well, we're gonna look at Kovalev's weaknesses later, and see if indeed he's because he did get hit with a couple of jabs himself
I think he just did that based off the other reaction we just saw him dropping his hands.
Right.
He did the same thing. He followed it up this time. He actually did something. The other one, he just feinted to see his reaction.
Well, look at this clip again. Another lead left hook, and notice how Alvarez does something that Juan Manuel Marquez and Julio Chavez did a lot. Before he throws that lead left hook, he extends his right hand in the air. See that? So he's distracting Jacobs with the right hand, sort of like a sleight of hand, and then he throws a lead left hook. And here he just missed it. He set it up perfectly, and because look at Jacobs' right hand. See how he thought a jab was coming. He was getting ready to parry it, and he's wide open.
But this again might not work so well against Kovalev. Kovalev will see that hand going that way, come at a 1-2 and right in the middle. You can see that coming. He'll probably go 1-2.
We're gonna see that when we look at Kovalev's weaknesses. See if that is true and if he can stay tight defensively. Again, but see how he changes levels here. Canelo does. This is what he's gonna have to do against Kovalev. Make him punch down, change levels, move the head, and then as Jacobs is jabbing, Canelo comes in with a left hook. This time Jacobs did a good job of.
That's exactly that's gonna work for Kovalev. Canelo's gonna actually achieve that. He's gonna make that happen. That one, but instead of going to the head, he might go for the body instead.
Right.
That one will work for sure.
Now let me show you the jab though from Canelo, because he actually did a good job. He's not a very productive jabber, or he wasn't really a very productive jabber in the past, but against Jacobs he certainly seemed to improve on it. Look at how he's pretty far away, and look at it, he's able to catch Jacobs fresh on the front there, and then that's the other thing, he's able to jab him and then get out of the way right away. See that? Hands up, blocked everything.
Yeah, and he kind of parried that one though. He pushed to the side.
Yeah, he kind of did. I got another clip here though. See how he's snapping his head back there?
Yeah,
shorter
that
guy.
actually goes in. Yeah, that's definitely a touch up.
Danny Jacobs too flat-footed sometimes. Look at him.
Yeah, because he wants to punch, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, the footwork of Canelo in that sequence was pretty fast. So I can understand why Canelo did that, because he's realizing this guy's pretty. He's just standing flat, kind of wanting to box with me or jab with me. So I can probably do that little angle, catch him with a jab, try to hit him with a body jab as well. Boom, boom. That could work with Kovalev, but I don't think as effective. Not that it was crazy effective, but he got his point across in scoring against Jacobs. More than anything, those are scoring punches.
Yeah, exactly.
That could work. Yeah, I agree with recognize on that one. It could work, but I don't. Depending on the positioning of Kovalev and all that stuff.
Yes, this is all going to depend on positioning.
But then again, that's why I showed you guys the feints, because if Canelo, the reason why this is working is because he set Jacobs up with feints.
Yeah, you're right.
You notice how Jacob is leaning too much weight on the front foot.
Yes, that's a good observation, because that's what I see from him. That's something that Kovalev doesn't do.
Exactly, he's more balanced.
Mm-hmm.
He's more balanced. He doesn't lean too much on that. He either goes. If he does, he commits and then he retracts back, goes to the back foot a little bit.
Is Canelo gonna be this fast though? Because he's pretty fast here. Like, I'm looking at him, and he's fast. His footwork, his feints, the punch, the jabs. Everything's
takes
coming off
stamina,
pretty
man.
fast.
Yeah, it's gonna take him some stamina, and if he's got extra muscle on, he might not be
Right.
able to pull this off for 12 rounds. Now look at this clip here. See how he's got his hands up like Eleider Alvarez. A lot of he relies a lot on his guards because he's trying to walk Jacobs down. So he feints here, changes levels a little bit. Look at Jacobs reacting, leaning back. That's mainly his form of defense, to lean back and try to roll with the right hand, and then boom. Just sets. Let's
Nice.
watch in real time. See how he allowed Canelo to get close with the feint? That was all the feint that did all the work.
Yep,
Yeah.
definitely.
Now, see here, you guys were talking about Kovalev not oh shit, hold on a second. I got some connection issues here. Okay. You guys were talking about how Kovalev was jabbing against Alvarez's body and how that might be a bad idea. Well, let's take a look at Canelo. Should he do this against Kovalev? Jab the body.
He can.
With extreme caution, but he could.
He can if he gets close enough. If he gets underneath the jab, he can do that.
He wants to
needs to
catch.
get-
He wants to make sure he catches Kovalev, not ready to move out or to punch in from the back foot,
Right.
because he could get countered right back
With a right hand, especially.
with the right hand. Yep.
Canelo's whole game plan is going to be to go underneath the jab, counter the jab, and if he gets him out of position, he can use the jab like he did it, like we just saw. Danny Jacobs, that's probably his main game plan, to get to the body.
Yeah, there's definitely.
It's all going to be about spots for Canelo.
Yep, pretty much.
Now this is what Gonzalo was talking about on the show, about how he can now, when he starts moving the waist, he can actually counter off of these angles here and distract. Because he was mainly holding his hands up before. Now he starts changing levels, and Jacobs thinks, oh, he's on the defensive. Actually, not. He's not. He can spring into the offense pretty quick there. I'm telling you something.
See, it's crazy. It's crazy when we're talking about Alvarez. Alvarez showed more head movement than fucking Danny Jacobs so far in this fight. But whatever clips he's showing, at least, than Alvarez from Kovalev. You know, I'm not seeing much head movement from Danny Jacobs from these clips, at least.
Yeah, he's trying to roll with everything.
You see, Jacobs is more defensive on his back foot, where so is Kovalev, but he's also using offense as he's going back.
Right.
You can't do this against Canelo. Canelo will eat you up. He'll outpoint you, or even hurt you. Spots.
Yeah. When he backs up, there's no fucking defense from. No offense from Jacobs.
Yeah.
What he would do, like in the Golovkin fight, he would back up and then try to ambush. Where he would go back and then come forward, like in an ambush type. But that's pretty much it. The Kovalev doesn't do that shit. Like he's more surgical, like I would say. When he's backing up, he throws a jab, straight right.
Yeah. True.
All right, so I think that's enough of the jab there, but let's talk about how the main thing is. Well, let me show you a clip here of when Jacobs did throw shots. See, he's trying to go to the body with a jab, and look at how tight Canelo's guard is. There's better clips than this one because we don't really see him from the front, but see how he just keeps his gloves up, very relaxed. Nothing got through. He's strong as a bull, this motherfucker. All that meat he eats.
The thing is though, Kovalev hits harder, and if you hit just hard enough, it goes straight through the gloves.
I agree with what Gypsy just said. Yeah.
Well, that's why I showed you the clips of Kovalev trying to punch through.
But he does have tight defense. You're right when it comes to the body, because he's shown it many times. Like when it came to the video breakdown that you did of Kovalev, Triple G and Canelo, the first fight. I was questioning why he didn't go to the body, but then when I saw your video, I was like, okay, now I know why. His defense is tight.
Yeah.
And he'll counter you.
Yeah, he's a pretty fast counter puncher, and he's got that great defense that he can work off of. That's why I was trying to show you guys the Kovalev when he was trying to punch through Alvarez's guard. because Alvarez is a natural light heavyweight, and Canelo is probably gonna be, although he's gonna be bigger for this fight against Kovalev, he's still gonna be a smaller guy than Kovalev. So I'm wondering whether Kovalev is gonna be able to break through that guard. So here's a clip I got of him, and Bucho made a point about this as well, how Canelo closes the distance little by little. Okay, so we're gonna look at it here real time. Oh, hold on a second. We're gonna edit this, so if there are any pauses for technical issues. All right, there we go. I think I'm back. All right, so let me show you the clip real time, all right? All right, Bucho, you wanna tell us, or who wants to go first about what we just saw there?
I didn't see much, bro. It's like staggering.
Okay. Oh shit. Yeah, it's staggering again. Hold on. We got some connection issues here.
You know, so I'm noticing something with Canelo's knee. It's what's wrong? Like he's kind of really calculated the way he moves on that front foot.
Maybe he's afraid of the inch surgery that he had.
I think so. I just noticed it when those frame shots that you were showing.
Right. Well, okay.
I mean, give him credit because he's not, to the naked eye, you can't really, like, if you're right there, you can't really see what he's doing. But right here, look, watch. I mean, you don't have to go back to it, but
the yeah, because I'm having connection issues here. That's why it's lagging. Fuck. Hold on a second.
You can leave it like this, and we can watch it like this.
Nah. It's not the same thing, man. All right, hold on. I'll tell you guys when it's composed itself. Yeah, I understand why the connection is. It started out pretty good. Now
You should use that StreamYard, man. That StreamYard is pretty dope. I like it.
Yeah, but come on. All right.
I hate StreamYard. It drops me off every time. I don't know what the hell it is. I could be talking, it drops me.
Yeah, like the old Hangouts, huh? Like the old Hangouts. All right. So hopefully everything's okay now. I don't know if you guys can see the clip. Okay now.
It's better.
All right, but let me just, for the sakes of the video here, let me just explain what's going on. Look at how Alvarez, little by little steps, cutting the distance. There he stopped a little bit just to make Jacobs confused about whether he was going to attack or not there. Nope, he keeps moving. Just see that little step forward. And by this time, look at him. He leans forward and he knows now he's at a distance. And now he just takes a step forward with a jab. Jacobs parried it, but then he's close enough. Canelo is to launch this right hand. I think it's an illegal shot there, I think, because it's on the
back. That's an illegal shot, I think.
Yeah, but whose fault is that though?
It's more. It could go either way. Look, that shot right there. If you're gonna warn anybody, it would be. Probably,
I'm not gonna call that intentional though.
No, that's not intentional.
Elbow.
Yeah, that's not intentional. It's just not a. It's not a legal shot. That's all.
Yeah. He does step in, but this is what Danny Jacobs like to do. He likes to step back, and try to catch you coming in. He enjoys that shit more.
Right, he's more focused on catching you off the back foot, where Kovalev is, I'll catch you off the back foot so I can start coming forward and drop it.
Kovalev is more of a front foot guy. He likes to attack front. He won't fight off the back foot, even though he can.
Right, I got you.
He prefers to fight front foot.
He prefers anything he does from the back foot is to ultimately attack you from the front foot.
Yeah, or I'll point you. Pretty much, that's pretty much what he does.
Yeah.
All right, now I can't see the connection here. Hold on a second. I can't.
You notice how
Canelo's footwork is way better than Jacobs by a mile. That's what I'm noticing in this fight. If anything, his footwork is just much better than Jacobs.
Danny Jacobs never had a good footwork in the first place, bro.
I agree with you. I agree with you, but what I'm saying is it's noticeably better.
Yeah, it is noticeably better.
He won't like you see the position they're in where Jacob is at. He should be able, if he had better footwork, to gain center of the ring control. He said he's on the back foot, but because I think that has a lot to do with.
It's crazy though when you look
Canelo.
at this shot, right? Look at this shot. Danny puts his glove to his face on one side, and then he rolls to the side, knowing that possibly he's gonna hit him in the back. I mean, on the body. So he rolls to. He gives his back pretty much. This is what he does here. You notice it? Look, he's giving his back.
Yeah,
He gives his back, bro.
I think Canelo catches him on the elbow.
So I'll probably blame Danny Jacobs for this one. I won't blame Canelo for this one. He purposely gives his back because he doesn't want to get hit anywhere in the body.
Right.
Now here, this is what the thing that interests me here.
Nice
Jacobs-
body shot.
Yeah, Jacobs tries to commit this time. He's the one that wants to lead, and he hits a counter left hook to the body.
These are the shots that's gonna worry down Kovalev sometimes. These shots right here. These type of shots.
He can catch Kovalev like that if Kovalev does the same thing, but Kovalev dips his knee a little bit, pushing, like kind of like getting leverage and pushing that jab to your face. So he kind of like, it makes it almost hard to hit him in the body.
Yeah, it'd be like that. He'd be off. His body would be kind of off position to hit. I know what you're talking about. I got it. It makes sense. But then again, Canelo might go for a low blow in that case. It's a possibility.
Bust his balls.
Yep.
Yeah, with Russell
Andre
Moore.
Ward told me your balls are made of cotton.
We got some body shots here, I think. Hold on a second. Nah, that sequence.
That's a low blow.
You know, it's almost hard to compare. I get what you're saying, BDA. It's almost hard to compare Jacobs to Kovalev. I don't know if you guys get that sense, but it's just like...
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I think Triple G might be the best option. If you put Triple G's fight, you might have a better...
I mean, people mention Jacobs just because of the size.
It's the size,
yeah, but other than that, you're right. There's not much, man. They're not similar, man.
The guy fights off the back foot too much. It's too hard to tell it's compared to Kovalev.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I don't know if Jacobs would become that competitive at the super middleweight, or even if he moved to like heavyweight, whatever. But because he's a little bit of a bully, let's be honest, man. That's what he relies on, his size.
You know what I get from it? Canelo is much faster than him in terms of just movement. He's much faster than Jacobs.
That's why a short man's beating a big, taller man. That's why.
Right. That's what I'm getting. If he could, I mean, if that's the case against Kovalev, which will be the question for me, that's where he might beat Kovalev.
Yeah. Now it doesn't help when Jacobs is kind of fighting defensively and scared and eating all the fucking feints.
That is true too.
Will Kovalev do that? Will Kovalev react the same way? Will he fight defensively as well? I don't think
speed could do that to you, right? If a guy's much faster than you and he keeps catching you.
Yeah, and if his punches have a certain level of respect, that's just enough for Kovalev to go like, okay, you know what? I didn't like that punch. I don't want to hit Gira again.
Right. You got to hit him with something that's going to hurt him so much that he's going to say, yo, this dude is fast. And on top of that, he's hitting me with some pretty stunning punches. And, you know, I got to be careful. You got him thinking defensively. So if he don't do that, I can't see where he wins the fight. Canelo.
Honestly, this is like the best comparison is Triple G for me. The Triple G second fight, not the first one.
Right.
The second fight is the best comparison of what will possibly happen between these two guys. Because their styles make fights, and